Let's deal with integrals this time. In this video we're going to go over a few indefinite integral problems. So, what is the integral of 3 dx? What is the answer for this problem? The antiderivative of a constant, all you need to do is just add an x to it. This is going to be 3x, and you also need to add a c value, anytime you integrate a function. There's always going to be a constant that you need to add to it. Now, the derivative of 3x is 3. The derivative of any constant is 0. So that's why you always need to add the constant. So, what about let's say the antiderivative of pi? Let's say, it's dy instead of dx. All we need to do is add a y variable to it. It's going to be pi times y plus c. Now, what about the antiderivative of e dz? E is a constant, so it's just going to be e times z plus c. Now, the next type of problem that you're going to see is when you need to integrate a variable raised to a constant. Let's say x raised to the n. This is equal to x raised to the n plus 1, divided by n plus 1, plus c. So, for example, let's say if we wish to find the antiderivative of x squared dx. This is equal to x to the third, divided by 3, plus c. The antiderivative of x to the third, is x to the fourth, divided by 4, plus c. Try this one. What is the antiderivative of 12x cubed? So, focus on x to the third power. The 12 is just gonna come along for the ride. The antiderivative of x to the third is x to the fourth, divided by 4. And now, we can simplify 12 divided by 4 is 3. So, the final answer is 3x to the fourth, plus c. Try this one. What is the antiderivative of 3x to the sixth power? So, using the same technique, let's add 1 to the exponent, and then divide by that result. So, this is the answer. Now, what about this expression? What's the antiderivative of 9x dx? Well, there is an invisible one. So, we can use the same technique. If we add 1 it's going to be 2, and then divide by it, plus c. So, the antiderivative of 5x is simply 5x squared, divided by 2, plus c. What if we have a polynomial function, x squared minus 3x plus 5? So, you need to integrate each one separately. The antiderivative of x squared is x to the third divided by 3 and, for 3x is going to be 3x squared divided by 2, and then if you have a constant, just add a variable to it. So, this is the answer. For each these problems before I begin, feel free to pause the video and work on it. So try this one. For x cubed plus 8x squared minus 9 dx. So, the antiderivative of x cubed is x to the fourth divided by 4, and for x squared is x to the third divided by 3, and for the constant simply add an x to it, and if you can reduce it go ahead and do so, for divided by 4 is 1. So, it's x to the fourth plus 8 thirds x cubed, minus 9x plus c. So, this is the answer. That's all for today. Subscribe, like the video because more lessons on integrals are coming soon. See you soon.